Hi everyone, this is audap. Let's continue our game of Like a Dragon Gaiden, the man who erased his name, running on Series X. Oh, come on now. I just got beat up. Mechanical drumming clown. Osaka's famous clown, but where is it? But where? We do a lot of shopping around town, buddy. Knowing what every store deals in is a vital part of an informant's job. My question to you, what type of onigiri is not sold at the 3 Popo stores in Sotomori? Seaweed, salmon, plum. I've seen plum before. Seaweed, I guess. Plum. Maybe I've seen plum in the other games. You know, it's kind of hard to disseminate between all the games. Ah, that's it for this quiz. Okay. It's interesting there's so many quizzes. I still don't know where this mechanical clown is. With the flying takoyaki. You're picking on me. Even though I just got the crap beat out of me for 3 days. Alchemy network up. You know the sightseeing boat that runs along the Sotombere River? Yeah, I think I've seen it before. What about it? Well, the thing is, my eyes might be deceiving me, but I swear I saw a guy on that boat who made my jaw drop. Oh? Sorry, I don't know how else to explain it. I was seriously at a loss for words. So, you know, could you check it out for me? I've been really sleep deprived lately, so maybe I was hallucinating. But if he is there, could you take a picture and show it to me? Just to make sure it's really the same guy? A guy on the sightseeing boat who made his jaw drop. I'm a little curious. If I pass by the river, maybe I should check it out. Very suspicious. Try and catch me. What? Heh. Could always use a good chase. Better run fast. It is I, the hidden one. I challenge you to try and find me in Sotombori. To make things fair, I'll give you a hint. I'm in a place where the faraway can whisper in your ear. But hurry now before they all disappear. The faraway can whisper in your ear. Well, kid, I guess you're just gonna be lost forever. Sorry, nobody loves you.
Oh, Jouryu! しばらくどないしてたん？ようわからんけど、鶴野さんからゆっくり休ませろ言うて。なんや、傷だらけやないの。は
あ、少し疲れてんだ。
そしたらシャワーあるで。ついでに体も洗ったろか？その場合は追加料金やけどな。
そっちは間に合ってるが、シャワーは助かる。
せやろ。
ついでに腹も減ってんだ。
そしたらあれか。ご飯にする？お風呂にする？それともあだし？
シャワーの後、飯食って寝る。あとは構わないでくれ。
ノリ悪いやんか、上流。
ついさっきまで生きるか死ぬかだったんだ。
げさやな。
大げさで悪かったな。
上流。
Morning, Jody. How you feeling?
いや、
Okay, I guess. Things have been a little complicated lately. Being coy, huh? That ain't like you.
せやな。
How about you check out our request? There's plenty piled up. Someone's been sitting on their ass. Yeah, might not be a bad idea. Wouldn't hurt to have some cash in my pocket. I am curious about the castle.
あのね。
It can get pretty shady at times, but it's got its benefits. The higher your rank, the more you can fight and access exclusive areas. Squeeze all you can out of the place, you know? Maybe I'll focus on raising my rank then. Sounds like it will pay off down the line.
せやね。
That's the spirit. I'm fixing to keep my informant star on the rise, too. If you make it to gold, it'll be real great for the both of us. And what is it I need to do again?
あんな。
Two things. You got get the Akami network to level 10, complete a request or two, and you'll be there in no time. You also gotta rack up some wins in the silver rank Coliseum matches. If you can beat 3 of them, you're golden. Literally. When you want to give it a try, just give me a shout. I'll take you to the castle anytime you like. Got it.
頼むわ。
And let me know when you meet the requirements to rank up, too. I know you can get that gold, Jody.
上流。
Akame Network. Akame, about investment. You earn various benefits by investing in the Akame Network. The Akame Shop. Once you unlock the Akame Shop, you can make exchanges for various items. The selection of available items will also gradually expand. Akame Points. By developing the network, you can increase the amount of Akame Points received when you complete a request, and reduce the amount of Akame Points it costs to upgrade abilities. Items. You can increase the rate at which items drop from enemies.
さすが上流やな。
Let's see. Looks like a new job came in. I should ask me what it's about. Simple heavy lifting job. Hey, Joryu, does the name Matsumura ring a bell?
いや、
Matsumura. No, not familiar.
あのね。
Well, he's one of Suttonbody's longtime jack of all trades. Could say he's my senior in a way. Big cities have plenty of sleuths and odd jobs men. He must have a good rep if he's on your radar.
せやね。
Absolutely. Anyhow, he asked me to take on a job. A jack of all trades hiring another jack of all trades? Yeah, Matsumura handles everything himself, but everyone needs a helping hand eventually. Several decades riding solo. He must really know his stuff.
せやな。
Heard he's been on his own since he was a kid. Was raised in an orphanage. Orphanage? Yep. Man, what is it called?
あんな。
Oh yeah, I think it was Sunflower.
何
Sunflower?
せやね。
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was it. Someplace over in Kanto. No way. Does he mean the place I grew up? Anyhow, he's looking for someone to do physical labor. Wants to rent him off me for a bit. Sure, I'll go. Really? Surprised you're so gung-ho about it. That Matsumura guy has piqued my interest. Where do I find him?
任したわ。
You know the Wild Jackson in West Shofukucho? Shofukucho. He said he'd brief you there. Got it. I'll stop by. Oh, these are like full dialogue missions. I thought they would just be like not so involved. Hey kid, are you dead yet? Well, at least you're hiding. Wait, where is this guy? Oh, okay. Not far away then. I don't know how that doesn't kill somebody. At the very least, it'd give a really bad day, I suppose. It's weird. Okay, so it does mark it on my location. It just doesn't give me the the GPS line. It's quiz guy. Is he in the Wild Jackson? Oh, he is. Are you Matsumura-san? Akame sent me to help you. Yeah. You're just what I expected from our city's renowned Akame. She found me the exact type I was after. Here, have a seat. I'm Matsumura, as you already know. Call me Joryu. Nice to meet you, Joryu-san. Maybe you heard, I'm an old hand in the business of odd jobs. Use my expertise in innumerable scenarios. Most recently, I've been consulting for the director of an orphanage. An orphanage, huh? Yeah, these days, places like that can hardly stay afloat. Their worries are truly endless. Heard you were raised in an orphanage. That's right. Lived in a place called Sunflower until about middle school. Out in Kanto. How come?
Yeah.
Curious. Matsumoto's name and face are both unfamiliar to me. Given his age, maybe he was at Sunflower before I was old enough to remember. He could also be lying, though I can't see why he would. Huh, that place sure brings back memories. The man who managed Sunflower was called Kazuma. I always looked up to the guy. Kazuma? If he knows Kazuma-san, then he's not lying. We really were raised at Sunflower together. To be honest with you, not every job I take actually pays off. But if it means I can pass on just a little of what that great man taught me, then I can't help but take on the job. Or maybe that's just my ego talking.
Yeah.
I can relate to that. Really? Thanks. Almost feels like this isn't our first meeting. You never know. Anyway, why not give me a rundown of the job? Oh, right. Now, Joryu-kun, I don't mean to shock you, but I want you to be the orphanage's new director. What? Sorry to spring this on you so suddenly. The place is called Signet. Its director is getting on in years and doesn't have any family. He's trying to find a new successor ASAP.
Yeah.
Fine, I get that, but why me? Well, Signet regularly receives government assistance, but honestly, it's run by volunteers. I vetted all sorts of folks, but in this day and age, it's hard to find someone who can take on that kind of responsibility. To be candid, I even threw my own hat into the ring. But our orphanage is in the hands of an odd jobs man. The director wasn't convinced. I suppose my occupation's got a shady reputation.
Yeah.
Maybe, but I'm not. But I'm in the same boat. I can't help you. Sorry.
Yeah.
Hey, don't make up your mind just yet. Sure, if the director doesn't like you, that's it. Even so, But if he does happen to like you, I ask that you reconsider. Come on, it's not that serious. You'd basically be a figurehead, a director in name only. I'd manage all the minutiae, like finances and our overall operations. Your only job would be to show up once in a while when you've got time. Still, why go to all the trouble? Well, I could decide it's not my problem, and I guess that'd be the end of it. But I've got a personal stake in this place. I can't brush it off like it's none of my business. Seems like you're a genuine bleeding heart deep down. You got me there. Anyway, my priority is to appoint the next director and help Signet get back on its feet. Otherwise, those kids will be out on the streets. I can't let that happen.
Yeah.
You've got noble intentions, but I don't even have a legitimate name to offer you.
Yeah.
Technically, there's ways around that, assuming you're willing to and on board. Sure, it may be a little unorthodox, but I've picked up some tricks of the trade that'll have us squared up on paper. All right. I was raised in an orphanage. I can relate to wanting to make a difference. How interesting. Thank you, Jody-kun. So, where does the physical labor part factor in? Oh yeah, about that. I promised to hand over some supplies for the orphanage today. The director's coming out to Sotenbori, so we arranged to meet at Ashitabo Park. Could I trouble you to carry them for me? That's it? Of course. Didn't you grow up in an orphanage? Working with kids is all about stamina. True enough. I'm gonna have to fight the director? There's gotta be some fighting involved. It's Kiryu. Oh, Matsumoto-san. Hello, Takumi. I see you showed up as well. You bet I did. Wouldn't miss out on a chance to see you, Matsumoto-san. But you can see me anytime. Brought you a present today. There's clothes and candy inside. Wow, thanks a ton. Thank you for your continued generosity.
Yeah.
Come on, it's barely anything. All of it was practically free at the bazaar. You're the one who was kind enough to come all the way to Sotenbori. Nonsense. We can't have you making the trek every time. Oh, and who's this? This is Joryu-kun. I wanted to introduce you to. Nice to meet you. I'm Joryu. Hello there. On that note, Director, how would you feel about passing on your title to Joryu-kun? What? What'd you say? No way. You can't just make some rando who appeared out of nowhere the director. Takumi, listen. The director's getting old. Joryu-kun's still in his prime, and he shows plenty of promise. I know it's sudden, but if you could get along eventually, wouldn't that be enough? If that's all it takes, you should just become the director. Well, it seems the director's not too keen on that idea. How come, Director? Matsumoto-san's always been good to us. I have my reasons. Ain't it your own stubbornness that landed Signet into this mess in the first place?
Yeah.
Takumi, that's going too far. It's true, though. Matsumoto-san, do you mind if I head home and think it over? Of course not. In that case, let's say goodbye for now. Thank you again for the supplies. That kid's name was Takumi, right? Sounds like he really wanted you to take over as director. Well, he was in middle school when we first met. We'd see each other whenever I visited the kids. Guess he got attached to me. I'm happy he feels that way, but the director himself isn't on board. Exactly. Plus, I recently started my own company. It's fair to say I might not be able to devote enough attention to that role. Something unrelated to your freelance work? Right. At an office handling various tasks related to real estate. It's still small, but Takumi is actually planning to start there too.
Cool.
Oh yeah? Takumi. Well, you'll find he's pretty closed off around others. Apparently that's why he couldn't stay with the last company that hired him. Ended up back at Signet. Plus, it isn't easy to find new employment, and society's pretty tough on folks who grew up institutionalized. So, you decided to take him on board. Seemed like the type of guy the director could trust. Do me a favor and tell him that, Joryu-kun. Anyway, that's all for today. Could I trouble you to help me out again sometime? Sure. Not only does he donate supplies to the kids and pay them visits, he even helps them find jobs. He mentioned he'd always looked up to Kazuma-san. Real inspirational, that Kazuma. Akame, what's up? Hey, Joryu, all done with that job? Yeah? Is Matsumoto-san with you?
Yeah.
He already left. I'm alone. I see. Good timing. What were your thoughts on him, Joryu? My thoughts? I think he's a solid guy. Seems he's desperately trying to support a place called Signet Orphanage. That desperation ain't born of good intentions. That guy's currently scheming to seize the facility.
Nani?
What do you mean? Well, I just got this weird feeling. Figured maybe work's got me paranoid, but couldn't help doing a little digging on Matsumoto-san. Sure enough, I found out about his dark side. The true Matsumoto is a loan shark that specializes in refinancing. He approaches folks with loads of debts, so he talks them with promises to make it all go away, and then seizes their assets. Land, building, everything. Like I said, a loan shark.
Boy,
Hold on. Matsumoto said he wants me to become director of the Signet. Said he'd work to support me. Interesting. Sounds like he wants to put you in the spotlight while he works to liquidate things behind your back.
Nani?
It can't be. That place is in trouble. Guarantee you he's after it. Letting him prey on him would be a damn tragedy. Once he's done bleeding all their assets, they won't have a single hair left to pick their teeth. And you're sure about this? Think I'd be saying all this if I weren't? I want you to hear it for yourself, though. There's a homeless guy under Bishamon Bridge, one of his victims. Go find him and hear what he has to say. On it. Matsumoto said he'd looked up to Kazuma-san. Was that all a lie? Whatever the truth is, I've got to get to the bottom of this. Oh, really, huh? Oh. So is this where the meat of the game is? Because this is actually quite a lot of story. On the side or the other side? What do you want? Do you happen to know a guy named Matsurama? Or Matsurama. Yeah. Matsurama? Effing Matsurama? So, you do know him. That bastard's the whole damn reason I landed in this mess. Spun me some fairy tale about how he'd cancel all my debts and made off with everything I had. Can you tell me more? Just thinking about it boils my blood. Wormed his way into my life when I was at my wit's end after our orphanage had fallen into debt. No orphanage? Let me handle it, he said. Promised I could sell it for a bundle. But that slimeball planned to rip off our land right from the start. Matsumoto's a devil in disguise. And you were left homeless. Ain't me you ought to worry about. Story ain't over yet. What do you mean? Matsumoto hired the kids who had nowhere to go at his company. Said he looked after him. Really made it seem like he was trying to help him out. But now I hear he won't even let him leave the office. He works him like a cart horse. Seriously? My precious kids. Worse yet, they say he's got close ties to the yakuza. My luck ran out the day he set his sights on me. It's too late for me. I'm to blame for letting him manipulate me with his forked tongue. But, hey, buddy. Don't know who you are, but if it's in your power, all I can ask is that you save those kids. I will. And you should reach out to Akame. Better than staying out here like this. Ask the other homeless around here. They'll tell you where to go. Explain what happened. They won't ignore you. Akame. Yeah, I've heard of her. Thanks, buddy. How'd it go, Joryu? Heard the guy's story. Said he used it to run an orphanage till Matsumoto robbed him of everything he owned. I see. Apparently, he's also fond of approaching older people without families so he can make off with their assets. I've gotten sloppy. All this wickedness going on behind my back. Why didn't this come to light earlier? Folks who use loan sharks are guilty of wanting to make a little profit, too. But he's been using that as leverage to make his victims feel like they owe him. Not to mention, people who don't tattle on you make for excellent pawns. Sounds like Matsumoto's company employs kids from the orphanage that he destroyed. There's a boy named Takumi living by at Signet who really idolizes him. But the other kids feel the same. You mean... Yeah, that's probably why Matsumoto targets orphanages as a convenient source of workers. Akame, I need you to tell me where to find Matsumoto's office. Give me a minute. Here we go. It's an office called Matsumoto Industries in the Nishikubo Sunrise Building in the South Shofukucho. Seems to be connected to real estate. Maybe he's using it to manage all the properties he seized. Some mastermind, huh? You're heading over, right? Do me a solid and smash him into orbit. Deal. You did say the job called for physical labor. Somebody. Here, huh?
Itadakimasu. 気に入ったぜ。よし、行くか。
ありがとうございます。
Ugh, so expensive. God. It's upstairs, huh? Can't go upstairs. A guy in a suit disappeared in this alley. Scary. Oh, they're talking about me, probably. Oh, really? I was just walking. Mind my own business, man. Now you're gonna die. This must be Matsumoto's office. Got it, rookie? The only answers I want to hear from you are yes, sir, and understood.
Oh.
Before long, you'll be one of us. But until then, We're gonna learn you real good.
Nani?
Hey, lay off Takumi. Huh? Who the fuck? You can't just come barging in here. Tell me something. Is roughing up your employees just business as usual around here? Yeah, you got a problem? Getting the shit beat out of you is the fastest way to learn. We play by our own rules. You ain't one of us, asshole, so butt out. Look at these guys are thick.
Oi.
You alright? Hey, you're that guy that was with Matsumoto-san before. Jody-san, right? I'm guessing he hired you. What happened here? It was my fault. I kept making dumb mistakes and giving them shitty answers.
Yeah.
That's not something that warrants violence. Just please don't tell Matsumoto-san. I don't want to cause him any trouble. Why are you so loyal to him? Because he's been good to me. I ain't got no parents, but he treats me like a son. Of course I'd look up to him. Looks like my prediction was right. Matsumoto wins over orphans just to use them like pawns. Talk to me. Can you tell me where Matsumoto is? Why? What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
I won't cause any trouble for you. Matsumoto-san's like a father to me. If you plan to hurt him, you'd have to go through me first. Back when I was 20 or so, I wouldn't have hesitated to give my life to Kazuma-san. But someone once told me that sort of thing was just brainwashing. I see. How about you stay here and rest a bit and head for the hospital, alright? Jody-san. Can't believe that type of heinous shit's going down in Osaka right under my nose. This is all my fault.
Yeah.
You don't need to shoulder so much blame. More importantly, though, do you know where Matsumoto is? He wasn't at his office. Wait a sec. Got it. Looks like he's at Ashtaba Park. On my way. Now, where's the park? I don't really know where that park is. Here? That guy's on the sightseeing book. Oh, yeah, yeah.
ええ。
Jody-kun has an honest determination that's hard to find nowadays. Sure, the kids will be hesitant at first, but soon they'll grow to love him as director.
ああ。
And with him in the role, Signet would be able to stand against financial pressures.
いや
He'll need support, of course, but that's where my expertise comes in. There's nothing to worry about. Jody-kun and I can get Signet back on its feet. What do you think? Any downsides to my proposal? I guess not. Exactly, right? In that case...
おい
Wait.
ああ。
Oh, hello, Jody-kun. I was just about to contact you. About what? The director's finally come to a decision. He wants you to take over Signet.
ああ。
This is your first time running an institution, right? I understand any concerns. Please, just relax. I'll take care of all the tough stuff, like operations and finances. Makes it easier to snatch the deeds to the land and buildings, right? Huh? What's this now?
いや
Jody-kun, what are you on about all of a sudden? You know that's not true. All I know is that that's your specialty, Mr. Loan Shark. Loan Shark? Akami's tip-off led me to one of your victims, another orphanage director, apparently. You offered to help him settle his debts and took everything he owned, leaving him destitute. He still hates your guts. What are you saying?
いや
No, you're completely mistaken. It's true that I also work as a debt adjuster, but that type of work tends to be rocky in practice. Of course, I did everything I could for that man, but he still ended up losing his property. I can't believe he would blame me for everything. For argument's sake, let's say I accept your excuse. But what about Takumi? Takumi? I dropped by your office. They were beating on Takumi when I got there. Takumi? Why would he be... The kid even believed it was all his fault. He was worried because he'd caused you trouble.
あ
Well, that must be it. He must have made some sort of mistake. No, it's no wonder why you only hire kids from institutions.
おい
Time to fess up, Matsumura. You approached Signet because, as a loan shark, you had your eye on the buildings and land. Plus, you wanted to acquire more pawns. Pawns? What do you mean? Nice detective work, Jody-kun.
あ あ
Guess the cat's out of the bag. Children know nothing of the world. Put on a good show for them, and it's not long till they're wrapped around your finger.
あ
If I make use of clueless pawns, I can extend my reach and collect even more. What you think? Pretty clever, right? What are you... So, was your backstory of growing up at Sunflower pure bullshit too?
いえ
That part was true. In fact, that's the original inspiration for this plan.
何
What? Don't you remember what I said? About that Kazuma guy who ran Sunflower. He was actually a yakuza. And a very clever man. As the founder of an orphanage, he played on people's sympathies, where from the shadows he created an army of obedient puppets who were willing to die for him. If I had remained at Sunflower, the same thing would have happened to me. I ran as soon as I wised up. Is this what you meant by following in Kazuma's footsteps? Don't you get it? Everything he did, everything I've done. What's the difference? Taking advantage of the weak, creating an army of willing slaves? He was a great teacher. You bastard. I don't understand why you're so upset, but that's enough chit-chat. If you're going to blame someone, Joryu, just blame yourself for meddling. If you hadn't stuck your nose into my business, you wouldn't have to die. God, it's so brutal. But, you know, he doesn't kill anybody. Which is kind of amazing considering all the things he does do to them. Shit. Joryu-kun, I apologize. Look, man, I'm sorry. So, come on, won't you forgive me? Don't try and worm your way out of this. You gotta listen. I didn't do this because I wanted to. I'm a victim too. My parents. Kazuma murdered them.
Yeah?
I was so clueless. But one day I stumbled upon the truth. I pressed Kazuma for answers. Told him he was a hypocrite. He said nothing. So I escaped the orphanage, but I never stopped hating him. To be raised by the man that murdered my real parents. Who can accept that? I'm not the villain here. It's all Kazuma's fault. I'm certain Kazuma knew better than anyone what a hypocrite he was. But there was nothing false or hypocritical about the love he poured into those kids. And that is something I know better than anyone. Huh? Even you must have felt his sincerity. If you're that clueless, then you should watch what you say about Shintaro Kazuma. Anyway, I'll leave the rest to you. I'm on it. By the way, on the topic of Matsumoto's employees, Juryu-san, can I ask you to tell them they're welcome at Signet? Huh? Those children need some peace of mind. If anything, we do have plenty of empty rooms.
Shimano.
Director, thank you. It's really us who ought to be thanking you. I overheard his proposal. I actually think it's a great idea. We still got a whole heap of problems, but I'll help him out as much as I can. Thanks. I'm counting on that. See you. I guess no matter whose footsteps you choose to follow, the journey is what you make of it. If Kazuma-san could see me now, I wonder what he'd say. Yeah, what are you looking at, loser? You're in the way. In the way? Sounds like you're begging for a beating. I guess we need to do this the hard way then. Shop somewhere else, shithead. Damn, I lost. Never thought I'd let a yakuza in this store. I'm not a yakuza. Huh? Well, what the hell are you doing here then? I was watching the shop. I can ask you the same thing. Let's go home. Oh, I've been waiting on you. Ghost of Sotenbori. Hey, Joryu, you've heard of the Goryo clan, right? Of course you have. You faced off with one of them at the final match at the castle. Second patriarch Ryujigoda, or his double at least. Sure, why do you ask? So, the real Ryujigoda was supposedly this famous charismatic yakuza from a decade ago. Back then, he tried to make a move on Tokyo's Kamurocho and met his end. However, loads of people think he didn't actually die, even all these years later. And recently, rumors have been floating around, sightings of Ryoji Goro himself back in Sotonbori.
Nani?
Of Ryoji? Of Ryoji? What a load of crap. Every dead celebrity has those rumors come up about them. Hey, I agree with that, but like they say, where's the smoke? Where there's smoke, right? You think the rumors are true? That's what I want you to find out for me. You see, if a guy as magnetic as he was really has turned up again, it'll put the balance of Sotonbori at risk. In that case, I might have to make a move of my own, you know? I see what you mean. Alright, I'll look into it. You will? Wow, you're quick to volunteer. Didn't expect that.
Yeah.
Just happened to be in the mood. So, now what? Where do I start? I've gathered a handful of credible witness reports, and I want you to suss them out. Fair enough. Let's hear them out. Right, first off, a guy ran into a little kid who extorted him 30 years ago, and the same thing happened again. What are you saying? Just listen, alright? This guy says that 30 years back he was extorted by an elementary school kid wearing a backpack. The kid was super tall, he says, like 180 centimeters. That is tall. And that kid apparently was Ryoji Koda. Even young Ryuji was known to put adults to shame with his height, you see. Anyhow, 30 years go by, this guy crosses paths with him again, and the same story unfolds. Ryuji would never extort anyone. It was 30 years ago, right? Why is he so sure it's the same person? According to the victim, the man had blonde hair and a scar on his mouth. Blonde with a mouth scar? Well, that feature matches. On top of that, he said the man straight up called himself Ryoji Goda.
Nani?
What? Curious, don't you think? Sure is. Any leads on this guy? The victim said they crossed paths on East Sotonbori Street. And the criminal returns to the crime scene, huh? Alright, I'll check it out. Yeah, boy, these sub-stories are like the meat of the game. I mean, honestly, the main story isn't anywhere near as interesting as these sub-stories. Oh, well, we'll stop it there. This is audap. You've been watching Like a Dragon Gaiden, the man who erased his name, running on Series X. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you with the next stream.